Okay guys, so now we're going to look at solving by substitution. This is where you need to isolate one of the variables in one of the equation and plug in what it equals into the other equation. For instance, you've already got the y isolated in that top equation there under solve by substitution. So I know that y equals 10x. So what I can do is I can plug in 10x for y down here and then solve for x. And then once I know what x is, I can plug whatever x is in and solve for y. So here I could say 2x plus 10x equals negative 24. Combine my terms there, 12x equals negative 24. Divide both sides by 12, so x equals negative 2. Now that I know that x is negative 2, I can just plug negative 2 in for x in either one of those equations and solve for y. So y is going to be negative 20. So my solution here is 2, negative 20, if we write it as ordered pairs. Okay, so the next one here, again, your y is already isolated. You're going to plug it in for the y up here, but realize that has a 9 in front of it. So what that means is you've got to distribute that 9 to both of these terms here once you plug in. So I've got 6x plus 9 times negative 3x plus 3 equals 48. Okay, so remember, you've got to distribute, so that's minus 27x plus 27 equals 48, and then you're going to subtract 27 from, well, I should have combined my like terms first. 6x minus 27x, that's minus 21x, okay? And then I'll just go ahead and rewrite plus 27 equals 48. And then if I subtract 27 from both sides, I get negative 21x equals 21. So if I divide, x equals negative 1. And again, now that you know what x is, you can plug back in and solve for y. So since x is negative 1, I can say negative 3 times negative 1 plus 3 equals y. So 3 plus 3 is y, so y has got to be 6. So my solution there is negative 1 comma 6. And then if I look at my last example here, I don't have a variable isolated yet, but I could isolate this y by subtracting 7x from both sides. So I could have y plus 7x equals 10. If I subtract 7x from both sides, I got y equals negative 7x plus 10. So now I can plug that in for y into that second equation down there, okay? So I can say 3x plus 2 times negative 7x plus 10 equals 9. And remember, you got to distribute again. So 3x minus 14x plus 20 equals 9. Combine your like terms. Negative 11x plus 20 equals 9. And then if you subtract 20 from both sides, you get negative 11x equals negative 11. So that means that x has got to equal 1. Okay? So now that you know that x equals 1, you can plug that into the other equation and solve for y. Y plus 7 times 1 equals 10. So y plus 7 equals 10. And if you subtract 7 from both sides, y equals 3. So your solution is 1 comma 3. So that's how you solve using substitution.